Hey people, it's Nayas talking. Now this is from Sky News, so this is an interesting article. It says Spain's population to harbour Nigeria to be dominant global power within 80 years, report predicts. As working age populations decline in developed countries, more liberal immigration systems could become a necessity. The global population is likely to shrink after the middle of this century, triggering shifts in economic power, new reports suggest. There will be around 9.7 billion people on the planet by 2064, but these numbers will decrease to 8.8 billion by the year 2100, according to a new report in medical journal The Lancet. The analysis says the improvements to modern contraceptive methods and increasingly widespread education of women could be a catalyst for a decline in global fertility rates. That, according to the report, means that populations will be sustained at current levels without a more liberal immigration approach. Population 23 countries, including Japan, Spain, and Italy, are forecast to decline by more than half, according to research, with another 34 countries, including China, seeing a drop of more than 25%. However, sub-Saharan Africa, basically Black Africa, will put the trend and is set to see growth of more than 3 times its growing population, thanks to falling death rates in the region and rising number of women reaching childbearing age. Across the world, over 80s are set to outnumber under 5s by a factor of 2 to 1 by 2100, marking a shift in the working age population. Countries such as China, Spain, the UK, and Germany are all expected to see a dramatic drop in the size of their workforce, resulting in a slowing of economic growth that will open the way for African and Arab countries to take the lead economically. Dr. Richard Horton, editor-in-chief of The Lancet, said, "The important research starts a future we need to be planning for urgently." Yes, basically Bill Gates and his vaccines. It offers a vision for radical shifts in geopolitical power, challenges myths about immigration, and aligns the importance of protecting and strengthening the sexual and reproductive rights of women, basically sterilizing African women like they were talking about in many other things. 21st century will see a revolution in the story of our civilization. Africa and the Arab world will shape our future, while Europe and Asia will recede in their influence. By the end of the century, the world will be multipolar. India, Nigeria, China, and the US, the dominant power. The US is losing power already, but I doubt it'll be around by the 2100. This will truly be a new world, one we should be preparing for today. African nations will lead the way in terms of total population growth. Niger's population, Niger, not Nigeria, is forecast to grow by 765% by 2100, Chad's by 710%, South Sudan's by 594%, and Mali's by 321%. Meanwhile, Latvia is predicted to see the biggest fall in population by 78%, with El Salvador's population forecast to drop by 77%. Latvia is a Baltic nation. I remember researching about that. I'll tell you a little joke, right? The Baltic nations have lost about a quarter of their population since 1990. The leaders of all the Baltic nations, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, get together and say, we need to do something. At this rate, the youngest people in our country will be the tourists. And one of the leaders says, what tourists? Anyway, let's keep going. As a result, it means that South and Southeast Asia will concede their positions as the most populated regions of the world to Sub-Saharan Africa, which is projected to see an explosion in growth in the middle of the century. Central Europe will move to the bottom of the table, with North America overtaking the region. India, which currently has the second highest population in the world, will rise to the number 1 spot by the year 2100, despite a fall in population of around 300 million people. China will fall from top to third place in the table, with its population set to fall by more than 25%. Nigeria, which currently has the 7th highest population in the world, will rocket up to 2nd place by 2100, while the Japanese population will plummet from the 10th to 38th. The Lancet study also predicts a major shift in the way age is distributed for the global population. By and large, age is currently structured as a pyramid, with more young people than older people, with people in the mid-20s being an outlier. However, the journal predicts that the population will become more middle-aged by 2100. The Lancet report suggests immigration could be a way to offset population decline. Western countries will have a lower birth rate by 2100, such as the US, Australia, and Canada, will likely be able to maintain a working-age population by liberalizing the stances of immigration. The report warns, however, that population decline should not compromise global progress made on women's rights and reproductive health. Professor Ibrahim Abu Bakr from University College London and the chair of Lancet Migration said that if the predictions made in Lancet are even half accurate, then migration will become a necessity for all nations and not an option. He added the positive impacts of migration on health and economies are known globally. The choice that we face is whether we improve health and wealth by allowing planned population movements, or if we end up with an underclass of imported labor and unstable societies. Okay, I'm going to leave this article in the description. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support this channel, I'll leave my GoFundMe in the description. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it there as well. Peace.